Hello people, welcome to module 5 of basics of HTML. In this module we'll be going briefly and in depth about the HTML headings and the paragraphs. Okay, so as we have previously seen, the HTML headings are numbered in from H1 to S6. That means the H1 defines the most important heading and the tag for the least important heading is H6. If you want, because every HTML heading has a default size, so if you want to increase the size of the heading, you should not use different headings as H1 to H6. Rather, you can use a separate font size function, font size property, that is a CSS property in the H1 tag. And how this thing will happen, we'll see in the next module. That is a different issue. But don't use a different heading for if you want to increase the heading size. You can increase the font size of that particular heading by using this style format. Okay, so that is not to be worried at this time, because I'll take cover of this thing in the next module. Okay, now HTML display basically, you do not know how the user is opening the window. I mean, it can be he might be opening that website in a mobile format or in a tab or in a desktop. So if you want, suppose if you want to add some spaces, some line breaks, you cannot simply use spaces and enter to increase the line gaps or something like that. Okay, so what in HTML you cannot change the display by adding some extra spaces or some extra line gaps. I'll show you how that thing happens. Suppose I want to write a poem. Okay, so I'll write a poem, Johnny yes Papa. Okay, suppose this is a poem and I wrote like this. I want the HTML to represent this poem in the same format I have typed. So I'll save this thing. I'll show you how this thing comes in a window. It will be coming in a single line without any spaces. I'll show you how. So if I write something in proper spacing, and again I write something over here. Okay, I save it, I again run it. The HTML is not able to recognize this space what we have created manually. Okay, so there is no space between Papa and this new word. Okay, because HTML is not able to do that. So this is a serious issue and everyone should be taking care of this thing. You cannot add or remove any extra spaces when the page is displayed, because the browser will automatically remove any extra space and the lines when the page is displayed. Okay, so suppose if I want to project my document in the same format, what I do is we use a separate tag that is called a pre-formatted tag. The tag name is pre. If you use that pre and you end this thing with a slash pre, you save it and you run it, so everything will come and appear as the same format as you have prepared in the HTML coding. Okay, so it is basically very useful. If you are writing a poem, you write it accordingly and it will be projected as you want. Okay, so this is the basic use of pre-tag what I have shown here. Now there are certain things, certain tags which does not have any end tag. I told you about this BR tag, so I'll show you how this HR tag works. Okay, suppose I want to, after this thing I want to write another paragraph, and this paragraph is, this is me again / p. Okay, and I'll show you how this thing comes as a document. It comes like this. So I want to give a break. So what I'll do is I'll give a tag HR, that is horizontal rules, and I'll give a HR tag. I'll save this thing and see how it comes. So it has created a line between the previous paragraph and the next paragraph. So this is a good tag to be used. Or if you want, you can also use, suppose you want to write it Johnny yes Papa. This is me again. Okay, now you use a break tag and again you wrote something, this is me. Let's see how it comes. So it came like this. It has given a new line to you if you use the BR tag. So this is the basic purpose of HR tag, to create a line between two paragraphs, and the BR tag is used to create a next line. Okay, so these tags might be very helpful to you. if you are creating. Okay, now this is about the same thing I told you. So in this module, we get to know about these tags. That tag P defines the paragraph, HR defines a thematic change that I have shown you, BR defines a single line break, and pre defines a pre-formatted text. So I hope that everything is clear to you. If you have any doubts, just ask me in the comment section. Okay, thank you so much.